Hello. I'll give you guys a second, make sure I'm in the right group. Somebody comment. Hopefully comments are on. I never can tell anymore. Oh good, there are people on here. Okay, all right. I'm in the right group. I actually might turn those comments off because I might get myself distracted. All right, I am here to talk to you today about I'm going to talk to you about how to drop your phone and how to prop it up properly. That's what we're doing today. Okay, that's not what we're doing. I am here to talk to you about courage. And what does courage look like to you? Sorry guys, I have a really old phone and I have to keep it plugged in, and I totally ran over the cord and knocked you down. So, let's talk about courage. I was supposed to do this video all week, and it never fails that you get given a topic that you feel super inadequate to talk about, and then you start like writing it out and you're like, dang it, I'm the one that needs to hear this. And so then Monday came, and then Tuesday came, and then Wednesday came, and Thursday came, and I'm like, I have got to talk about having courage. So here we go. If I run out of the room and get sick on this video, you'll know. Just go do something else. I'm kidding. So I'm Kelly, in case you don't know me. And we're going to talk about courage. So here we go. So about 10 years ago, I decided that I wanted to open a children's art studio. At the time, I was a kindergarten to 8th grade accidental art teacher at a classical Christian school local to us. And I say accidental because I was actually just a mom of one of the students, and the art teacher ended up having a baby like way super early, and they didn't have someone lined up, and I volunteered to step in and fill in. I was like, I could do this. It's just kids, art, I got this, right? But guys, like legit, I have no college degree. I did not go to college. I'm just a mom. I had no experience. I had never taught art in that kind of setting before, but I thought I'd do it with my own kids. Surely I can pull this off. I just love to create with kids, and I love helping kids realize that they're artists. So I also had an 8-year-old at the time, Nate, that could draw anything. And I don't mean like I'm one of those moms like, oh, my kid's a famous, amazing artist as they draw a stick figure. No, I mean like talent that could only come from the Lord. I actually brought a piece just so that y'all know I'm like legit talking about this. So this is, oh, you're not going to be able to see this. Okay, maybe you can see it. So this is a picture that hangs on my wall. It's Dr. Seuss, or no, it's The Cat in the Hat. And he freehand drew this from memory at the age of 7. So in 2nd grade. Okay, so like talent from the Lord. Okay, and in our town, they don't do art in the public schools at all. So I ended up, they never let me leave. I ended up teaching there for a long time. But after a few years of teaching, people in the community were like, are you going to offer art anywhere else? Are you going to do this anywhere else? Like, my kid wants to do art. And knowing that there's no art in the public schools here, I was like, these kids are never going to get to have art. And so I voiced a dream out loud to own a children's art studio. And guys, if you never want to be held accountable for something, never voice a dream out loud. Okay, just don't. Like, don't have dreams and voice them out loud, because someone's going to hold you accountable for that. So, but to start a business, like, that takes courage, because not only did it take money I knew we didn't have, I had all the what ifs, the fears, like, I didn't go to college. Why would people pay me to teach their kids art? Or I didn't have a business mind. I don't know how to run a business. What if we failed? I'm not a local to this town. What if no one comes? Because, most people only jump into businesses of locals. What if, all these things that I had. So I had to muster up a lot of courage to do this, to step out in faith and be like, okay, surely I can pull this off. The definition of courage is the state or quality of mind or spirit that enables one to face danger or fear with self-possession, confidence, and resolution, and bravery. Bravery. It takes a lot of bravery to be courageous. I could have easily talked myself out of doing that studio. It would have been way easier to let excuses stop me, but I didn't. I pushed through. I opened that studio, and for several years, I created art with our community and all the kids, and I loved it. And Nate loved it. It was perfect. It was perfect. So when Nate died, I knew that courage was so worth it. It gave me a full year of doing art with Nate by my side, making memories in our community, letting Nate make an impact on our community. If I had never taken that leap, we would have missed out on so much, so much. Dang it. I tried to not do that. And so today I have a job for you. I want you to tell me, what do you need courage to do in this business? And courage doesn't have to be something huge like opening a storefront. Courage could be just telling somebody, no, I really don't have time to do that right now because I'm working on something else. Courage can be just something little, like telling your story. All right? I've shared this before with our team, but my favorite book of the Bible is Nehemiah. Nehemiah. This man of God, if you've never read Nehemiah, do it. It's amazing. But he heard the plight of Jerusalem, and he decided that he was going to rebuild it. Nehemiah was a nobody. Like, he was the cupbearer to the king. That means that he brought drinks to the king, and he tested them before he gave them to the king, so if they were poisonous, he would die and not the king. Like, this was not a place of power or even a notice. No one even noticed him. He was a nobody with no skills. But the Lord, he knew Nehemiah's heart. He knew that Nehemiah would do great things for the kingdom of God. And he gave him a dream. A dream. Now, Nehemiah could have totally said, no, I have no skills. I have no building ability. I've never been to Jerusalem. I really don't know if he's been there, but I'm just saying that. I'm not a local. Who's going to work for me? Who's going to listen to me when I say, we got to build this wall? No. So my favorite part in Nehemiah is Nehemiah 6:3. So to set the stage, Nehemiah is building the wall and protecting the city at night so that the surrounding cities didn't take them down, okay? So the surrounding cities got together and they came to Jerusalem, or to Nehemiah, and they said, we want a meeting. We want to meet with you. And guys, he said no. He said no. He said, I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. Why should the work stop that I'm doing to come down to you? What? He said no. He said, I'm doing a great work and I cannot come down. Because the work he was doing was way more important than the distractions of those other cities that just were trying to get him to stop building. He chose the goal that God gave him, and he flippin' said, no, I'm not stopping my empire building for you. He decided that his goals and dreams trumped their goals and dreams. So how many of you listening are letting others' goals trump your goals? How many of you are saying, yes, I can do that, yes, I can do that, yes, I can do that, for everyone else's stuff, and pushing yours to the back? Like, we all have these whys that are so powerful. Like, oh, my why is so powerful. But is it? Is it? Are you saying, no, I don't have time to do that because I'm working on my why? My why is so important. Are you? How many of you have stopped sharing during this time because of distractions? How many of you had said, oh, 2020 is just crap, so I can't do anything. I'm just going to sit here and eat popcorn and watch the news? How many of you? Just like my art studio was life-giving for both me and for Nate and for our community, when I started that studio, I had no idea what that next year would hold. I had no idea that I only had a year left to pour into Nate or Nate pour into me. I didn't know that. I just knew that God gave me the courage to step out and do a great work, and I was not coming down until I did it. It was that important. So right now, for me, Young Living is my kingdom work. I can't do kingdom work unless I have my Young Living business. Because wellness, I have to be well to be able to do kingdom work, and I need the income to be able to do kingdom work. My wellness and my income can change lives. But only if I'm willing to stop letting everybody else's goals get in the way of my goals. So y'all, Nehemiah was building a wall that when it was finished, his enemies knew they were doomed. That's why they were distracting him, because they were afraid. They knew at that point when he said, no, I'm not coming down. I'm doing a great work. Why would I be distracted by you? They knew that they were done. He was going to finish that wall because he served a great God that was going to make sure he finished that wall. Wellness and money in the hands of good people make our enemy afraid. And we need to make all the money so we can do kingdom work. The income that a lot of these people are bringing in, these diamonds and all that, that money is changing lives. It's building orphanages. It's supporting pregnancy crisis centers. It's sending youth on missions trips. It's bringing children out of slavery. That's where that money's going. But if we're distracted by everyone else's goals for their lives, we can't make that money to change lives. We are building a wellness empire, just like Nehemiah was building a kingdom, a wellness empire. So to me, courage looks like not letting everyone else's distractions stop me from the ability to do kingdom work. So if I don't focus on my business every day, I can't make money to do kingdom work. So if we let distractions take away our ability to face with self-possession, confidence, resolution, and bravery our kingdom work, then why are you here? Why are you here? What do you really want out of your business? Do you just want to say, oh, I use oils? Do you just want to say, oh, I do a business, but it really just means that once in a while you listen to a video? No. Our culture needs a wellness overhaul. And it starts with us being brave. It starts with our bravery to stand up and share our stories and tell people, these are changing lives. Look how better I'm sleeping. Look how much better my kids are doing in school. Look how much more, well, that sounded great. I need some oils for my grammar. It starts with us not letting distractions stop us from sharing. That's what it is. So we all need to be saying, no, I'm doing a great work. And I cannot come down. So, how are you being brave this week? What distractions can you remove and tell, sorry, not coming down. I'm doing a great work. What dreams do you have that you keep putting on the back burner? Or better yet, whose dreams are you letting trump your dreams? Guys, to me, courage looks like showing up and doing the dang work. It's not always pretty. It's not always fun. It's not always what I want to do. But we got to do it so we can do kingdom work. Yeah. So I'm praying for you all to find your courage. Be like Nehemiah. I encourage you, go read the book of Nehemiah and then highlight Nehemiah 6:3. I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. Why should I let your work distract me from mine? I hope you have a great weekend.